Okay, let's have some fun. Let's talk about these products themselves. So we're going to go through and talk about each product individually. So let's start right off with the Digestxym, which is the product that contains the astrozyme.
Yep.
And we have two formulations of that, one that's regular strengths and a super strength, correct?
Yes.
All right, can you just tell us a little bit about
Sure.
those two products?
Absolutely. So first of all, they're plant-based, 100% plant-based. So there are no animal products in the formulas. So non-dairy, non-soy, vegan, vegetarian friendly. So that's important. And you mentioned the first one. I always like our basic enzyme. I still consider that very high levels of diversity, high levels of potency compared to other products that are in the marketplace. Our benchmark is already up here as far as our basic enzyme. So again, these are designed to facilitate digestion and assimilation. They contain the astrozyme, which has proven the fact that they break the proteins down, speed up the absorption rates as well as the absorption quantities. So that's all, again, you can reference that on the study on the website. Some other important factors with these, I mean, as far as relating to things that you want to look for, I mean, if you can help the body digest proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, one of the things it's going to do is take a huge stress off your pancreas. So again, we're going to see people with blood sugar issues, things with diabetes, and a lot of those things, that organ can kind of go back to being more balanced, doing what it does with the inulin, balancing blood sugar levels, all that stuff. So we see some pretty dramatic things happening from that perspective, not just within the digestive thing, but again, we know from a synergistic perspective or from a universal perspective that everything is connected. So that's one of the things we like about this approach instead of with medical or pharma. They tend to cut things into small pieces and say, oh, this doesn't affect that, or
Right.
but yeah, this is no. I mean, so if you can help the digestion process, you're gonna help the whole blood sugar process, the pancreas, all of that. So, and I think also in regards to a lot of the studies and just general research that's out there on digestive enzymes, the average person after taking digestive enzyme, starting the digestive enzyme protocol from nothing, will lose 5 to 10 pounds within the first couple of months. Why is that? Again, it's enzymes are catalysts, right? They're going to speed up the whole digestion process. So there's probably a lot of stuff in your lower digestive tract that needs to be cleaned out. So that's what it does. It'll get down in there and start moving things, and you'll start to see some action, so to speak.
Yeah, well, like you say, like everything's connected. What that's going to do is it's going to take a huge burden off your liver, which is going to, of course, help you lose weight. But also, it's going to be a huge factor in you sleeping through the night. A lot of people don't sleep through the night simply because, their digestive system and liver are so overwhelmed that the person has to be, basically awake for those organ systems to do their job.
Right.
I can't tell you how many people will tell me I wake up between 1 and 3 in the morning, and from like a Chinese medicine perspective, that's right when your liver and gallbladder are doing most of their work. Well, if they're completely overwhelmed because you can't digest your food, and that can just be a huge piece in people getting a good night's sleep. So again, everything's connected. It's just unfortunate that in the medical model, we're like, we have an ear specialist and a nose specialist, but
Right.
everything's synergistic. We need a specialist of just the human body, right?
Yeah, and kind of, if you look at, scientists kind of argue, or the exact percentage, but 50 to 70% of the total energy that we have as a human being, like for Troy, from the time I'm born to the time I die, 50 to 70% of that energy is used to digest food. I'm thinking, that's why when I first learned of the enzyme concept, I thought, wow, I don't want to waste that much of my energy on digesting food. I got some really cool things I want to do in life,
Right.
right? So, yeah.
So let's get back a little bit to the Digestzyme, the regular strength, the yellow capsule. So what kind of patient am I looking at using this for?
Someone that's probably never heard of enzymes before, right? Someone this concept with enzymes and enzyme therapy is brand new, so they've never taken it. You want to get them started on a, relatively, low dose, so to speak, so you can get them used to taking it, and they can start to feel and see the results within a very short period of time. So again, and again, from a perspective of what's happening in the body, I would say that anybody that's dealing with any kind of digestive issues, like from mild to moderate issues in regards to gas, indigestion, bloating, acid reflux, and again, just any discomfort in that part of the body, that's in that range, that this would be the perfect product for that. And then stepping up to the Digestime Plus, then you're talking, very high potency. So there could be a couple different scenarios. One might be larger people, physically larger. I'm just like you might be dealing with we talked about the Minnesota Vikings earlier.
Right.
I go, if you're dealing with a guy who's 6'5" and 300 pounds, I go, okay, you're gonna, he's gonna be eating a lot more than somebody that's 5 foot, 100 pounds. So
Right.
you need more horsepower, more enzymes there to get the job done. So that's one thing. And then two, people that are on the scale of chronic things that we talked about, the discomfort in the digestive tract could be from moderate to kind of acute. That they're just like, wow, there's this real, they can't eat the foods they used to eat. There's just, immediate reaction to it. It's almost could be like an allergic reaction type effect, that this product would be a good fit for that client.
Right.
Yep.
But maybe we don't even want to start that patient off on the bigger enzyme because they could have a pretty nasty detox reaction to that, I would assume. So we would maybe start them with the lower dose, and then after maybe a month or so move them to the higher dose, from the yellow to the purple label.
Right.
Which is another thing I just love about the way you've created this, because most nutrition companies would just say, we're just sticking with the yellow enzyme, just take 2.
Right.
But again, you being the chronic time saver, you're like, well, I don't want to be messing with taking 2. That means I have to buy more bottles. I'm just going to make a higher potency enzyme so I can just stick to my 1 per day dose, and I've got my month's supply in 1 bottle.
Yep.
Love that.
Yep.